Ms. Babita Rajkwa, and thank you, Honorable Sir, for being here with us today. Your presence truly elevates this event. I would now request Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Sri Nani Gopal Mohanto, and Ms. Babita Rajkwa to light the ceremonial lamp.
Still. Hello. Still. वही दिया.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, Sir, Sri Nani Gopal Mohanto and Ms. Babita Rajkwa. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Babita Rajkwa, an esteemed director of Assam Tribune Group of Publications. She has been at the helm of affairs at the Assam Tribune, steering it with remarkable leadership, demonstrating quiet resolve and an unwavering commitment to journalistic excellence. Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, in extending a warm welcome to Ms. Babita Rajkwa as she delivers the opening address of the Assam Tribune Dialogue 2024.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Chief Minister Assam, Sri Nani Gopal Mohanto, Vice Chancellor, Guwahati University, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are grateful to you all for taking time off from your busy schedules to be with us in the first ever the Assam Tribune Dialogue 2024. Shri Jyotiraditya Scindia, Honorable Union Minister of Communication and Development of Northeastern region, could not join us today due to some urgent engagements. However, he has sent us a video address for this occasion and we are grateful for his support. It is my privilege to welcome you all on behalf of our Managing Director, Shri Prafulla Govinda Borua, and Director, Shri Surjit Govinda Borua, to the Assam Tribune Dialogue 2024. As a director of the Assam Tribune Group, it fills me with pride to continue the legacy started by the visionary Singha Purukh Radha Govinda Borua in 1939. What began as a humble weekly in Dibrugarh and later became a daily under the able stewardship of Lokshinath Phukon has grown into a trusted source of news for millions, always keeping our mission at the forefront, to help readers better understand the world around them. Our audience, once confined to a single state, now stretches across the globe, thanks to our strong digital presence. Over the years, the Assam Tribune has not just reported the news, but has been a beacon of truth and impartiality, particularly during critical moments in Assam's history. We are deeply committed to delivering quality content that informs, inspires, and engages our audience. On July 1st, 1955, the Assam Tribune Group of Publications launched an Assamese weekly, Ahom Bani, with Satish Chandra Kakoti as the founder editor. In 1965, the Assam Tribune Group added Doinik Ahom and Assamese Daily to its growing list of publications, with noted journalist Kirtinath Hazarika as the founder editor. Before the Doinik Ahom, no other Assamese paper has had such a long run. In its 60th year of publication, Doinik Ahom is now the longest surviving Assamese daily. Our monthly Assamese literary magazine, Goryokhi, was first published in October 1993 with eminent writer Chandra Prasad Hodja as its editor. Another arm of the Assam Tribune Group is Sahitya Prakakh, which has been publishing eminent authors over many decades. It has been our absolute privilege to serve the nation with dignity and honor through our varied publications. Today's event is a celebration of the same spirit of insight and dialogue. We bring together the tallest leaders in the fields of politics, sports, culture, media, business, and entrepreneurship. It is not just a gathering, but a celebration of the power of dialogue. Our mission as an organization is to create experiences that help readers better understand the world each day. And what better way to embody that than through this very distinguished platform. So let's make the most of this day. I encourage all of you to actively participate, share your ideas, and walk away with new perspectives. I'm sure this free exchange of ideas will inspire growth and strengthen our democratic ideals. Before I conclude, I would like to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors and partners for the support they've extended to us. Without their support and encouragement, it would not have been possible to organize this event. Once again, thank you for being here and welcome to the Assam Tribune Dialogue 2024. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your truly insightful address. Your words set a powerful tone for what promises to be an enriching series of dialogues and discussions. Ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed with today's session, I would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to a very special individual. We are deeply honored to have with us Mr. P.G. Barua, the Managing Director of the Assam Tribune Group. His steady guidance, mentorship, and unwavering support have been instrumental to the success of this organization and in fostering excellence in journalism. Thank you, sir, for being here with us today and for your invaluable contribution. It is truly an honor for all of us to have your presence and support. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now take this opportunity to request Professor Noni Gopal Mohanto to share his view on changing landscape of education in India, fostering innovation, creativity, and empowerment. Sir.
Namaskar and good morning to all of you. Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Honorable Sri P.G. Barua, Ma'am Bobita Raspa, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. At the very outset, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude and thanks for having been invited to this 2024 dialogue being organized by Assam Tribune. Well, the topic given to me is the changing landscape of education in India, fostering innovation, creativity, and empowerment. Well, the etymological meaning of Bharat is associated with knowledge. Bha means enlightenment, and Rat means one who is engaged in the path of knowledge and wisdom, the search for Pragya. That combines the name called Bharat. Well, since the topic is about changing landscape of education in India, as I look at it, there are 4 phases of education system in India. The first is the Gurukul system. The second phase, I would like to call it the British or the Macaulay system of education. The third is education system in post-independence period. And the fourth being the National Education Policy or NEP 2020. Well, in the ancient period, if we just recapitulate, the education system in India mainly focused on discipline, culture, and knowledge. There are many education systems in India, and the famous among them is the Gurukul system of education. Some of the highest learning systems that evolved in India in ancient times were Ratnagiri University, Vikramshila, Puspagiri, Udantapuri, Takshashila, Nalanda, so on and so forth. In Hindu Vedas, 64 kalas were described as essential art forms and techniques that should be mastered by an individual. The kalas, the 64 kalas, they range from subjects like painting, music, dancing and singing, to writing, sculpting, and more. The 64 kalas that our ancient education system tried to encapsulate, they mainly can be divided into 4 categories. The kala jnana, that is knowledge, kala shastra, skillful arts, kala rupa, visual arts, and kala kriya, ritualistic arts. Well, there are many facets of the ancient education system. I do not want to go into details. The second system in transition that we can talk about is the British Macaulay education system. The British historian and politician Macaulay presented his famous Minutes on Indian Education that sought to establish the need to impart English education to the Indian natives. Well, he talked about the literacy system. He looked down the Indian education system and he said, and I quote, "A single shelf of good European library was worth the whole native literature of India and Arabia," unquote. So his basic purpose was to popularize English education, but in the process, it will be sufficient to say that it also contributed for the introduction of modernity in the region, including the modern issues of liberty, democracy, and other issues of modern liberal democratic nuances. The third phase of education that I would like to highlight is the post-independence period. Well, from 1947 we have found a plethora of commissions and reports. The first being in 1949, chaired by S. Radhakrishnan, and later on in 1950 to 53. Under commission, L. Mudaliar focused mainly on secondary and teacher education. Then later on, the famous one was D.S. Kuthari in 1964-1966. This commission also talked about the expansion of education in various fields. Since then, in 1968, another policy came about. It was further modified in 1986. And of course, we have other initiatives like Knowledge Commission in 2005. That is the third phase of India's evolution so far as education is concerned. The fourth being, I would like to say, is a paradigmatic shift is from the National Education Policy 2020. Why do I like to call it as a paradigmatic shift? Is because the commission, which was chaired by Kasturi Rangan, he focused on foundational learning, that is literacy, numeracy, and social emotional skills, while emphasizing on lifelong learning through skilling, reskilling, and upskilling. Now, this education policy talked about a holistic education, high quality education to all, thereby making India a global knowledge superpower. Developing vibrant communities of scholars, breaking down silos. What do I mean by breaking down of silos? Previously, there was compartmentalization so far as arts education, science, and commerce education was concerned. Such compartmentalization is now done away with the launching of National Education Policy. And the curriculum and pedagogy we are trying to make it holistic rather than being confined only from one discipline. We are trying to make it multidisciplinary. Why NEP? Sometimes it is called New Education Policy or National Education Policy, is a game changer. Heralding innovation, creativity, and empowerment, what the topic is all about. Why it is a game changer is because it is rooted in Indian knowledge system. While saying that it is rooted in Indian knowledge system, but this is not a closed one. It takes the best out of technological and digital revolution that is taking place around the world, where India is an important leader. NEP's aim is to make education skill-based, which is required for 21st century. Now, when I say Indian knowledge system, the basic essence is, which is drawn from Indian Vedic system, which is known as Atma Dipa Bhava. You be your own harbinger, Atma Dipa Bhava. And this is based on Indian knowledge system, based on 5 pillars, as I look at it. One is Gan, that is Hukumar Kala, the extracurricular activities that a student needs to be equipped with other facets of life rather than only education. Gan. The second is Gyan. What is Gyan? Gyan is a combination of three factors: knowledge, education, and wisdom. Education is the formal part. Education and knowledge is something which it's all-encompassing. Knowledge can come from all sides. And wisdom is the ability to implement the formal aspect of education, knowledge, for the benefit of the society, which is called also known as pragya. So when you say Gyan, it is a combination of these three factors. Dhyan is about the taking care of body and mind. I'd like to call all our students as Batabrikha. What is Batabrikha? The root of the tree needs to be strengthened. When the root is strong, your body will become strong. It will also be strong. And when both root and the body is strong, then you can contribute to the benefit of the society, fruits and trees and other things. So every student is taken as a Batabrikha, taking care of their physical component, the body and the mind, that is Dhyan. The fourth component is Vigyan. Vigyan is rational thinking, scientific thinking. I do not want to elaborate it. And fifth component is Sogyan. What is Sogyan? Sogyan is that every student is equipped with some kind of necessary skill. What is said in Indian Sanskrit, it goes like that. Amantaramakṣaram nasti nasti maulam aushadam ayugga purusha nasti yojagastuta dullabam. All syllables A, B, C, D are important. Amantaramakṣaram nasti. Nasti maulam aushadam. Every tree is having a medicinal property. Amantaramakṣaram nasti nasti maulam aushadam ayugga purusha nasti. Everybody is capable of something. One may not become IAS. One may not become a doctor, but every student is equipped with some capabilities, and every student is a theory. And that is why he does have or she does have certain skill, and that is called Shogyan, your own skill. These five important components, I think it comprises our new education policy. So with this word, the new education policy or the national education policy essentially focuses on 10 important components. One is multidisciplinarity. That means you cannot just look our problems of the society only from one discipline. So we focus on multidisciplinarity. Second is digital empowerment. That means thanks to because of COVID situation now, the digital or the hybrid education is becoming important. And all of our educational system is going for hybrid education. Skill development, both the 21st century school, the 4.0 education, IoT, artificial intelligence, but along with it, the soft skill, the ability to communicate, ability to solve problems. So these are called skill development. Then research and innovation, cutting edge research, that is another component. Capacity building of teachers. We are focusing on training to teachers, and under the government of Assam, we have initiated training to about 15,000 teachers, particularly in the school sector. The next component is governance and autonomy, quality and ranking and accreditation. And you'll be glad to know that our educational institutions are really coming up. Yesterday, Honorable Chief Minister went to Bibura College. This college has been accredited with A++. Even Guwahati University got A+, and our NIRF ranking is 13 among the state universities of India. Out of 6,500 educational institutions, combining IIT, engineering, doctors, Guwahati University's position is 57. So our educational institutions are really coming up to the national level. Then equitable and inclusive education. Education has to be inclusive. Inclusion of the socially deprived section of the society, the gender index, these are very important components so far as empowerment is concerned. Then ninth is promotion of Indian knowledge system, which I have already talked about. And last but not the least is a question of internationalization, question of connecting, question of collaboration, question of holding up with each other. So these are the important facets of the national education policy that unfolding in the recent time to come. And conclusively, I come to the scenario in Assam. Assamese is one of the most pioneering state in India. In fact, under Honorable Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, we have started the process in way back in 2021 December. And our Success Setu app, it has got a national award. Recently, it became one of the most top-notch, digital platform in India. And such digitalization can now look up digitally more than 50 lakh students, 250,000 teachers and employees. Such digitization would help us in addressing the question of absenteeism, students dropout, availability of resources, gender representation, teachers vacancy, etc. In higher education also, the Smart e-Gov portal is a transformative technology that would herald a quality change in higher education, thanks to the initiative of the present government, that all admissions, registration, fees submission, granting of scholarship to students take place through digital process. In conclusion, technology is important, digital platform is important, but all this disruptive technology or artificial intelligence cannot possibly replace the human dimension. The role of, ultimately it is the role of teacher, because our education system is student-centric. It is students-driven, where the teachers play the most important role. So how the teachers communicate to the students, I think, is the most important issue to be talked about. We have 5 or 4 kinds of teachers that we need. Those teachers who provide information, they are called Adhyapak. The one who imparts knowledge combined with information is called Upadhyay in our ancient knowledge system. The one who imparts skill is known as Acharya. The one who can give deep insight into subject is called Pandit. The one who has visionary view on a subject, at the same time think in a manner that it tries to actualize the dream that you have is known as Drishta. And the one who thinks you or who tries to awaken the wisdom inside you, leading from darkness to the light, is called Guru. So we need all those teachers, although the technology is predominant, we need those teachers who can take our students from darkness to the realm of wisdom. Asatu ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityum ram amritam damaya, om shantihi, shantihi, shantihi. With these words, I thank all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Mahanta, for your enlightening address. Your perspectives on education are both inspiring and essential as we navigate the evolving landscape. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will take this privilege of hearing from our chief guest, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. His address will focus on taking Guwahati and Assam forward, his dreams and aspirations. Sir.
Srimati Bobita Raskwa, Director, Assam Tribune Group, Professor Noni Gopal Mahanta, Vice Chancellor, Guwahati University, Sri P.G. Borua, ladies and gentlemen. I have been asked to speak on my dream on Guwahati and Assam. As an individual, I would like to share my dream, but as I am occupying the chair of a Chief Minister of Assam, so let me talk generally about Assam, what we are doing, what we intend to do in next few years, and how Assam has position in a national scenario. Before that, let me express my deep appreciation to the Assam Tribune Group for this initiative. And I would also like to congratulate all the recipients of R.G. Borua Memorial Awards. On this occasion, I also pay my tribute to the great social worker and a pioneer of the newspaper industry in Assam, late Radha Govinda Borua. In Assam's sports and socio-cultural landscape, R.G. Borua had left an indelible imprint. His association with organizations like the Guwahati Sports Association, Assam Football Association, Assam Cricket Association, Nehru Stadium and others was instrumental in shaping the sporting and cultural landscape of Assam. It was the late R.G. Borua who in 1952 organized the first public Bihu Honbilon in Guwahati, pioneering the celebration of Bihu on stage across Assam. However, his most enduring and significant contribution remains the establishment of the Assam Tribune in 1939, a newspaper that has become an integral part of Assam journalistic and heritage today. While talking about R.G. Borua, the thought that comes to my mind in his resilience, courage, and enterprising skills. He launched the Assam Tribune at a time when there was only a handful of local enterprise and literacy rate in Assam was significantly low. Further, even within a period of 6 years of its launch at Dibrugarh as a weekly, he shifted the newspaper house to Guwahati and converted it into a daily. This speaks volumes about late R.G. Borua's visionary outlook. The younger generation has much to learn from the life and ventures of late R.G. Borua. It is his immense contribution that laid the foundation of a strong and thriving newspaper industry that Assam enjoys today. The newspaper industry in Assam bears a long history and rich legacy. Over the years, newspapers in Assam have documented and shaped the evolution of the Assamese history. Through a rich tapestry of articles and discussion, they have shaped the region's literature, culture, and art. In Assam, literary period have been named after significant publications like Arunodoy, Jonaki, Bahi, Abahan, Jayanti, Ramdhenu. This reflects the profound impact of this publication have had on shaping the cultural and social fabric of Assam. Before India's independence, Assamese newspaper played a crucial role in country's freedom struggle. They consistently reflected the social, political and economic landscape of Assam. Chandra Kumar Agarola set forth the foundation principle of Assamese journalism. He coined the phrase, Sorgotu Odhik Janam Bhumi, for his newspaper. The Assamese capturing a deep sense of patriotism and devotion to the motherland. The Assam Tribune has always carried forward the profound legacy of Assamese journalism. From its very beginning, it has voiced the concern and interest of Assam. While focusing on the problems and hope of the people, it has always maintained a broad national perspective. This approach has become a lasting tradition at the Assam Tribune. During the crucial phase of India's freedom movement, the Assam Tribune played a key role in shaping public opinion. It supported Lokapriya Gopinath Bordoloi in opposing the grouping scheme of the British cabinet mission, which aimed to merge Assam with East Pakistan. The Assam Tribune also opposed the land policy of Sadullah government tooth and nail. This policy sought to bring settlers from Moimansingh, Rangpur and other districts of East Bengal to Assam. After independence, the Assam Tribune continued to be the strong advocate for Assam's interest. It supported the establishment of the first public sector oil refinery in Assam, The newspaper also backed the construction of the fast bridge over the Brahmaputra. It played a role in introducing legislation to make Assamese the official language of the state. The Assam Tribune addressed issues such as Chinese aggression, the medium agitation, and the war with Pakistan. During the nationwide agitation against foreigners, the newspaper actively worked to protect the interests of Assam and supported wholeheartedly the cause of Assamese people during the period of Assam agitation. The Assam Tribune has earned the trust and respect of its readers due to the objective and neutral stand it has maintained over the years. The criminal case filed by the Sadullah government did not weaken the newspaper's spirit. The vindicative policies of the central and the state government during the emergency in 1975 also failed to diminish its morale. Similarly, censorship and other measures taken against the paper during the Assam agitation period did not affect its strong resolve. Today, I am delighted and proud to have the opportunity to speak about legendary R.G. Borua. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been asked to discuss about the Assam and its growth and the future place of Assam in the Viksit Bharat. Before India's independence, Assam was a prosperous state with a per capita income higher than the national average. However, the partition of India isolated Assam and the Northeast prior to independence. Assam had a robust connectivity network that fostered economic growth with the beginning of the state's tea industry. The Brahmaputra River as a mode of riverine communication and the introduction of railways further supported our economic development. After the independence, the region faced various challenges. I would not like to elaborate those challenges, but as I feel, in many cases, the challenges due to various factors, right from the earthquake in 1950, the prolonged period of agitation, militancy, and many people would like to attribute centre's negligence also as a reason for the underdevelopment of Assam. However, when I have taken over the state as a 15th chief minister, I have decided not to look at the past, because analyzing the past and throwing the ball to somebody's cause for your own failure probably is not the best way to deal with the situation. I have started looking at the prospect of Assam, what is at my disposal, and how I can harness all these positive things for the development of Assam. Today, I can proudly stand before you to say that in 2023, when we reflect the last 3-4 years, our state is one among the few states in India that had continued to improve their economies. Assam has registered a growth of 13.9% in terms of GSDP and 12.84% in terms of per capita income in 2023-24, making it one of the top 5 fastest growing states in the country. When we look at the economic survey presented by the Finance Department of the Government of India before the Parliament, you will see that over Assam, there are only 4 states which has registered 12% growth in the fiscal year 2023-24. Irrespective of the volume of the economy, the percentage of growth today Assam has registered in 2023 and 24 is among the top 5 states of our country. Our unemployment rate has decreased from the 8% to 6.1% over the same period. If you look at the landscape of India, in 2020-24, no other state has able to reduce its unemployment rate except Assam. We have reduced our unemployment rate from 8% to 6.1. I am quoting the economic survey of 2023-24. Today, Assam can boast of being one of the most investment-friendly states in the country. We have implemented policies that encourage investment in various sectors. The overall investment in public-private sector, including the country's first semiconductor assembling units, amounts to around 50,000 crores in last 3 years. Tata's investment in the semiconductor industry amounting to 27,000 crore is a significant development that is expected to generate approximately 27,000 direct and indirect employment. Yesterday, when I was about to leave my office, I got another letter from Reliance Industry. They have decided to set up 6 biorefineries in the country, and they have chosen Assam as one of the 6 refineries. They have chosen Assam as one of its destination or as location. The presence of big industrial house, Tata, Reliance, Adani, all this is going to change the landscape of Assam forever. Our goal today is to shift the new generation from job seekers to job creators by focusing a culture of entrepreneurship in the state. Yesterday in our state cabinet, we have approved a very important memorandum of understanding between Dassault System India Private Limited and Government of Assam. As you know, Dassault is a big name in all the future industry, starting from aviation to robotics, AI to electric vehicles. They are going to set up a center of excellence in the Assam Engineering College as a hub, and they will operate 50 colleges in Assam as a spoke with 200 crore investment to set up a center of excellence so that they can attract our youth to the future industries. And these are very, very important milestones. Today, when you go to the polytechnics of Assam, you will see that Tata and Government of Assam is working closely with investment of rupees 3,000 crore to transform our polytechnic and ITIs so that we can transfer our human resource for the Industry 4.0 revolution. These changes Assam has never witnessed. Assam was not top as a powerhouse in country's landscape. We were known for agitation, we were known for flood, and we were known for militancy. However, now if you look at 1 week ago, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi has inaugurated the semiconductor conclave in India, Assam has prominently figured out of 5 locations as one of the most prominent locations. Now Assam is not known for militancy, Assam is not known for internal disturbances. Now Assam is known as one of the fastest growing states of our country. So this impression of Assam was required to be changed long ago. However, we took time, but in today, standing before you, I can say with lot of confidence that today no one in India's landscape wants to remember Assam as a state which is one of the dependent states of country. It now want to see Assam as a contributor state in the country's development. We have developed a particular idea, we have developed a particular mindset of seeking grant from Delhi. Now, what is Delhi? Delhi is a state, is a union of states. Now, when we ask grant from Delhi, basically we ask from whom? We presume that Delhi has a kitty. Now, who is contributing that kitty? Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, they are contributing to the kitties of the nation, and we do agitation here, asking the kitty from our sister states, that indirectly we are demanding money from Assam. Now money is coming from where? Assam is not giving money. Money is given by the which state, which contribute, not dependent. Now, in a way, indirectly we are asking Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra to contribute for the development of the state. That notion nobody will accept. If you see, in many a times, developed state like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka has now started saying that why our money goes to the other state. In a competitive federalism, those scenarios will emerge. But if Assam is also become a net contributor to the nation's growth, then nobody can accuse Assam of having resources of other states indirectly for the development of Assam. So, whenever I go to Delhi and I put up a memorandum from Prime Minister for asking money for the state, I clearly tell him, sir, give me this money now and I will return it back as a contributor state after 10 years. Because I don't want to borrow money from others and not return it after 10 years. I believe in a philosophy that today, whatever money central government is sending to Assam, it should be treated as an investment so that we can return that money with interest for the development of nation as days to come. That is the new Assam and that is the new philosophy of Assam. A dependent state doesn't have respect. A state with full of militancy, a state full of internal disturbance doesn't earn respect. But a state which influence in the nation's polity, a state which influence on nation's economy, a state which influence on the cultural and sporting legacy of the country commands respect. So I want to make Assam a state which will be respected by the entire country 10 years from now. That is the way I look at Assam, and that's my ideology and philosophy. Today, Assam has been recognized as a leader in the category A in Government of India's Startup India State Ranking. In this year, we are aimed to become or to make further inroad in various economic indicators of the country. Today, I can proudly tell before you that we are also aligned to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The latest SDG India Index 2023-24 shows that India's average score for sustainable development has risen from 57 to 71. When we talk about industry investment, we must also remain sensitive to the cause of the downtrodden, poor and poverty. Substantial development goal reflects a state resolve how much you are contributing for the elevation of poverty, how much you are contributing to the nature, how much you are contributing to the health and education. When India has risen from 57 to 71, Assam has also become, for the first time, as front-runner state in the country's journey for achieving sustainable development goal. In 2020 to 2018, Assam was classified as an aspirant state with a score of 49. Today, this year, we become a front-runner state with a score of 65. Over the last 5 years, Assam's score has increased by 16 points, reflecting our commitment to achieve the sustainable development goal. We have also made significant progress in poverty alleviation. Government of India, in the recent survey, it has been told that Assam has lifted 80 lakhs of its people from the cycle of poverty. In the latest multidimensional poverty index, Assam poverty headcount ratio has been dropped dramatically from 36.97% in 2013-14 to 14.47 in 2022-23. As you know, I was part of the students' movement of the country, or more particularly in the state. All along, our grievances was that the nationalized banks do not contribute for the development of the state. During my entire period of youth, our CD ratio remained 32. In spite of lot of effort, lot of agitation over the office of the State Bank of India, CD ratio did not move up. But last 3 years, we have not seen a single dharna, single agitation in front of the State Bank of India. But today, our CD ratio has gone up beyond 60%. That's the kind of situation Assam is enjoying today. So I'd like to reassure the esteemed guest here that Assam is poising very, very strongly, resolutely, and I am sure that if the ecosystem remain the same, Assam remain a peaceful state, there is a cooperation, there is a enthusiasm among the youth to build a new Assam. I am sure that in the next 10 years, Assam will become a powerhouse in India's landscape. However, when I am speaking before you, there is lot of concern also. In the 15 August, the kind of attempt made by Alpha to put a bomb across the state is a matter of deep concern. I think this is a platform from where I will also request Chief of Alpha, Chief Paresh Borua, not to indulge in any activity which will jeopardize the future of our youth, the future of our state. We may have a difference, but difference can be solved through negotiation, difference can be solved with many other ways, but no difference can be resolved by creating terror, creating unfriendly activities in my own motherland. We have to secure our own motherland, and then we can think of taking or resolving crisis. In the name of resolving crisis, if we bring crisis to our own home, I think then no state can prosper. That idea should be made clear by each and everyone. In democracy, there will be conflict, there will be clashes of ideas. But whatever may be the conflict, whatever may be the classes of idea, Janani Janmabhumi Sargadapi Goriyosi, we must ensure that Assam is secured, Assam remain peaceful at any cost. The recent outburst of some of the Assam's organization against the non-Assamese community also send a wrong signal outside the Assam. We must know and we must realize today most of the Assam youth remain outside Assam. If you go to the entire country's landscape, whether it is a IT industry, whether it is a tourism industry, all aspirant youth, all the brilliant youths, all the emerging youths, they goes outside the Assam for better livelihood. And I encourage to do so because country is ours. We will go everywhere. And during the COVID period, I had a head count that almost 30 lakhs Assamese people remain outside the Assam. And that was the COVID count. If today we calculate, I am sure that more than 50 lakhs Assamese youth remain outside. Do the similar portion of the non-Assamese people live in Assam? The ratio was different prior to the Assam agitation. But if you today count the ratio, the non-Assamese people remain in Assam, vis-a-vis Assamese people remain outside, the proportion has changed dramatically. Today, India, rest of the India have more Assamese people than Assam has its the share of non-Assamese people. And I must tell you very, very frankly, if Assam indulges a war against the non-Assamese people, then there is a potential of rest of India also indulging war against Assam. Then where our boys will go, where our girls will go, where our engineers will go, I think those things we must remain in mind. Sometimes our intellectual or our people also indulge directly, indirectly in chauvinism. Assam future is not lies in chauvinism because we will continue to require support from the government of India and various industries. Today, if Reliance has come to India, owner of Reliance is who? If today Tata is coming to India, the owner of Tata is who? When we vent our rain against the non-Assamese, it also sparked them. It also hurt them. When we say that all non-Assamese are bad, that in a way MD Tata is also bad, Ratan Tata is also bad, we must remember that this is not our job, this is not our fate, this is not our destiny. Once we have our own share of prosperity, we must allow entire people of country to enjoy that prosperity. Today, the way states of Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu are allowing our people to enjoy the prosperity, we must also remain open to the idea that when after 20 years, Assam become hub of various industry, obviously people outside Assam has to come because a state will not able to produce that much of engineers, that much of human resources. Today, if semiconductor industry needs at least 300 engineers of a different thematic knowledge, Assam doesn't have even 5 or 4. So if we need the industry, 295 engineers has to come. But if we say, no, our anger is against rickshawala, our anger is against thelawala, not against you, that argument will not cut ice. When in the morning they will see that people are doing protest against the non-Assamese, their heart will also prick. Their body will also get that prick. And they will say that Assam is not a safe place, let me go back. So that kind of scenario we cannot encourage. I use this platform to appeal to our intellectual people, our intellectual class of the people, that this is not the time when Assam is marching towards a different level of economic growth. This is not the time to create a system where our youth generation diverts its energy against the non-Assamese community. Our youth must divert its energy towards education. We must divert our energy for becoming entrepreneurs or to become a big human resource which can contribute for the growth of this nation, growth of this our state. While saying so, no society can live without the culture and without its own legacy. We have to devise our own way to protect our culture and legacy. If we do not talk about Lasit Borphukan, if we do not talk about Soraideo Moidam, nobody will talk about that. Now, if I ask the question, who has stopped us from not talking about Lasit Borphukan in last 400 years? Nobody has stopped us. We have not stopped any Marathi people to speak about Chhatrapati Shivaji. Is there any empirical proof that anybody has stopped Assamese people to talk about Lasit Borphukan? If we have taken time to speak about Lasit Borphukan, it is our own fault. Soraideo Moidam existed from 500 years ago. India attained independence 78 years ago. So if state government has not campaigned for UNESCO heritage tag for Soraideo Moidam in last 78 years, you cannot blame it to any non-Assamese people. You have to take the blame on ourselves. Why you took 78 years? Ultimately, when Assam society decided to take up the cause for our heritage, for our culture, India start listening. Once we talk about Lasit Borphukan, now Lasit Borphukan become an important name when anybody talks about Indian history. One or two important meeting was required. One or two important conference was required. Nobody has done that. Now you cannot put the blame on some non-Assamese for center's negligence of not talking about Lasit Borphukan. Center will not talk about Lasit Borphukan. We have to speak about our hero. Can anybody say that Atal Bihari Vajpayee has stopped you from talking about Lasit Borphukan? Indira Gandhi has stopped you talking about Lasit Borphukan? We have decided not to speak. When we decided to speak about Lasit Borphukan, it has amplified an entire country. So for our own laziness, for our own decision not to speak about our rich culture and legacy, we cannot put blame on others. We have lot of important legacy. Few days back, I have gone to Sotia. In 20 August 1942, the people of Sotia has hosted the tricolor in the Sotia police station. I have studied the history. Aruna Ashraf Ali, Bhagat Singh, they have hosted the tricolor, but not in a British police station. Probably in the written history, as I tried to study, it was only in Sotia where tricolor was hosted in a British police station. When I mentioned this incident in Delhi among a Assamese crowd, next day entire Assamese newspaper has criticized me and says that Himanta Biswa Sarma has brought Gurpur to Sotia. We have memory about Gurpur, but we did not have memory about Sotia. Now, whom to blame? I think we have to be vocal about our culture. We have to be vocal our language. Why we have allowed Bordua, Botodroba to this situation today? No civil society will accept your own culture or your own legacy to be destroyed. Today you go to Botodroba. In a landscape of 5 years, if anybody who doesn't believe in the ideal of Mahapurush Srimanta Shankardeva, and they started putting parallel religious structure, how long Botodroba or Bordua can remain intact with the same sensitivity? Now, we should have decided long back that this 5-kilometer radius will be protected. And we have 78,000 square kilometers. If we just would have protected only that 5 kilometers, nobody would have opposed. Nobody would have opposed. Not even a Kottar fundamentalist people also would not have opposed. Okay, You want to secure only 5 kilometers. Let you secure. We'll encourage you to secure that 5 kilometers. But it is our own drawbacks that we did such a big agitation. We form our own government, but we did not decide to bring a simple land law that the surroundings up to 5 kilometers of Batodroba, Borpeta, Kamaikha, all these, even Puamokka, will be classified as a 5 kilometer as a protected landscape. Who stopped that? Nobody has stopped that. We have decided not to act. And when we decide to act, we create our own theory from our within. I have a strong view that we have lost 78 years. We need to protect our culture when we'll open our doors and windows for investment, for the economic growth, but we cannot compromise with our culture, we cannot compromise with our legacy. We must remain very, very strong, and we must create the line where we need to be strong and where we need to be liberal. This, if we understand that the line, that this is the area where we'll continue to remain strong, and if we also draw the line where we'll remain liberal, I think the synthesis once we created, that will protect our land, protect our culture, and also foster the economic growth. I'd like to assure that wherever it is a renewable energy, today, when I still remember, I went to Amguri to inaugurate a solar station of 60 megawatts. There were a lot of discussion that day on the social media that Assam is doing great. We are launching 60 megawatt solar power. Then I Googled and I found Gujarat has already 20,000 plus solar megawatts potentiality they have created. That day I realized, no, I think we have to change the landscape. Today we are working on for setting up 3,000 megawatts of solar power, and I am sure within 2 years everything should be realized. Whether it is a green power, whether it is a new energy, whether it is a electric vehicle, whether it is a aviation industry, whether it is a semiconductor industry, Assam is trying to expand in fingerprint everywhere, and at the same time we are trying to protect our legacy, we are trying to protect our culture. I have been asked to speak about Guwahati in some occasion. Definitely I'll also speak to Guwahati, but in one line. For long Guwahati was termed as a gateway of Northeast. We have to change the connotation. Guwahati will be the gateway of Southeast Asia. It cannot be the gateway of the Northeast. Once we decided to talk about that, I think gradually things will be changed, and I am sure with Guwahati, North Guwahati, Beach, Polasbari, Swalkusi, Bridge, I think Guwahati's landscape is going to dramatically change. It is a matter of time, but I see a bright future. I see a bright future from Assam, and I see a bright future for our Assamese community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, sir, for sharing your powerful vision and aspirations for Guwahati and Assam. Your leadership and commitment to progress are truly, truly motivating. And now I would like to request Mr. Jyoti Borwa, Executive Editor of the Assam Tribune, to propose
ঠিক আছে